Wait, already? Bro, tripping.
I
God.
know. Junior's over there looking for something.
Yep, I know. That's the whole fun of it.
Oh, look at it. You propped it on the legs.
All right, let's see. Let's see if any notifications go out. Oh, wait. The famous like, comment, subscribe.
And ring the bell.
Dude, I can say that in the middle of the night, and she'll say it.
Noah.
What's up, Noah? How you doing, man?
How come it looks clear here, but whenever you go live, it looks blurry? Like,
Because we probably in, I don't know, I it never looked blurry to me. Maybe it's your phone or your eyes. Does it look blurry to anybody? What's happening, Ursula? Noah? What do you got? Gets it in New Orleans at Home Depot, right on.
hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on?
Little Home Depot
Now we're
action.
sitting here at the
with,
terminal with Junior.
Mr. Junior Honduras. He's here to enlighten me on how to do a live.
We're gonna make sure we keep up with the comments for sure.
Yeah,
Oh, we're
that's
gonna
what
try.
he said. He says he's gonna teach me how to keep up with the comments.
Hey, that's good, Noah.
Oh man, I don't know how I can see it from here.
You got glasses on.
I got glasses on. Yeah, they're not bad. They're not freaking binoculars. Look how far that is.
Really? Look how far that is. It's right here.
David's
Seriously, you can
blind,
read those
though.
comments from there? No
Yeah.
problem.
I can't, not without my glasses.
What? We good. How you doing?
Studebaker
Studebaker.
Larry, what's up, man? How's the old Studebaker hanging in there? So I wonder if it's past everybody's bedtime.
Or they're out driving.
Yeah, what time is it?
9
See if we get
something.
anybody coming in here.
9:51.
Oh, it's almost 10 already.
Whoa. It is a
Oh,
late night.
yeah, I thought it was still earlier than that, but we were barely getting back by like 9.
Yeah, we just got back from some barbecue, some Korean barbecue. Totally go for a prime rib, rare season. What, a ribeye? Oh, a ribeye?
Ribeye.
Oh, yeah. Close. I can't even read this from back here, man. You guys got good.
It says, Jake says, have you ever had your truck sold? My wife has a 2019 Cascadia, and they just informed her that it was sold. She gets to go to Springfield and pick out a new 2020, even the color.
That's
That,
weird.
that usually happens on the trucks that are about to be done on the lease or lightweight. The lightweight trucks, but
That's a 2019, though.
yeah, is that a
that's
full
weird.
size truck?
Do they get rid of the lightweight sooner than the?
Yeah,
Oh, do they?
yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
That's a brand new truck, a 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So,
Oh, it could have been, yeah, but even
Ah.
a year on a team truck, you're only going to get
Well, remember,
1,000 miles.
it says 2019, but they could have gotten it on 2018.
28.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they're now pulling out the 2020s. So we're still, or no, they were pulling out 2020s back in last year.
true. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause
So-
it's always
yeah,
been ahead.
that's
And
right.
she's solo, full size, and she's solo. Oh, she's not leased, so that is why they sold the truck, because it's a company truck, so they try to get rid of the solos on the company side.
Yeah, that seems a little premature, but you know, hey, there's a rhyme and a reason to everything they do. That's 2019, man. What's up, Joe? Who's that? That's Junior Honduras.
I just met. I'm a big follower. You know, I seen him on the terminal, and I figured I'd say hi. And I asked David, you know, what he's doing and stuff.
We kidnapped him.
Yeah, we kidnapped him.
Yeah, he's chained to his chair.
Who misses their lightweight?
Yeah.
I kind of miss my lightweight. Lots of room for lotion.
Oh, I gotta miss my lightweight. Let's room.
That's a
Yeah, there was a lot.
Inside
There was a lot of room for lotion. You ever seen my lightweight video when I was showing the difference between lightweights and condo?
No.
Well, in the lightweight, right behind the top, there's a net,
Hey, Jeremy, what's going on?
and I had a bottle of lotion sitting up there.
So everybody
And
had
when I
to
was showing it, I was
make
like,
fun
oh,
of it.
that's where you keep your lotion. You ever notice that people call me Lotion Boy or
No.
ask me about lotion?
All has to do
Oh,
with that.
well, yeah, it all has to do with the lotion I had.
Hey
sitting
Joe,
in
what's
the,
going on?
drawer.
Hammond Company 2018 Freightliner old body has 242 miles. Says prime lease is up and made for it. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, 2018s because the 2017s are all gone.
David might
What's up, Will? How you doing? Oh, your beanie.
Oh, your beanie.
Yes, write that down. That's
On
right.
what?
On my phone.
What? What do you need?
Send me a text. Or no, Will, just send me a text.
You gotta remind David.
Yeah, no, I need to get it because I got to get my alloy lock too.
Yeah.
I got to get Will a beanie, a prime beanie.
Oh really?
Jeremy
And if I
wants
forget,
to
Will, I'll send
know.
him Melissa's beanie she just got.
Who is it
No,
for
it's
Will?
mine.
Yeah.
Juno, do you know if we can contact to give feedback on load? Who we can contact to give feedback? Beanie for Will
Um.
for the load choice
choice
board.
Ooh, I don't have that contact. Right? Let me see if I got the contact now. I'll give it to you.
Are you on that low choice board?
Yeah.
How do you like
sucks.
it? You don't like it?
No. Give me 1 second. Let me look. Cause I asked for that contact, and
Oh, Will don't have your number, babe.
I already. He's not gonna.
He sent the.
Oh, okay.
He sent me the text. Will. If nothing else, Will, you'll get a pink one. Because Melissa bought a pink one yet.
No, that's mine. I ain't giving that. That's not just pink. It's bright neon pink.
That's all right.
No, it's not. It's mine.
Real men wear pink. But no, I'll get it to you, Will. I'm glad you reminded me. That's one of the first things I need to do in the morning. I need to get an alloy lock,
And a beanie.
and the bill beanie and send it to me. Hey, David and Junior, I got my 1 year anniversary safety award waiting for me in the store. What exactly do I get?
I think you get a black jacket, a windbreaker, and then you get a couple patches.
Yeah.
The 2 year, it'll be a jacket, and then you get your ring if you've been on PTC Prime Time certified, which means you've been on time every load. So
See, my first year, I got 2 jackets. I got one for being on time and one for safety. And then I got the patches. So you're saying in 2 years I'm going to get another jacket? But I haven't even worn out the other jackets.
I got like 3 jackets, and they're sitting at home, and while I's like, "Why do you have so many jackets? You can only wear one."
Well, yeah, it's funny because I want to get, mine are under my bunk. I got to get the lighter weight one out from under my bunk. So I can
Hey, yourself. That's what's up, man. That's good. That's good. Congratulations on that.
start on the 9th, right on.
Noah, you have to. What is the process of switching divisions? You have to reach out to your recruiter.
It's actually not that big of a deal. I was
But get
gonna,
with the recruiter, yeah.
To switch divisions?
From reefer to flatbed or flatbed to reefer.
Really, I was only dealing with my fleet manager. But I guess they probably
No, not fleet manager. Definitely not the fleet manager.
the your recruiter.
Yeah, recruiter. Fleet manager's not going to give you the right contact because they don't want you to leave.
They're gonna be like, wait, yeah, here's how to do it. And 6 years later, no one's called me back. You gonna go? What are you gonna switch to? You gonna go flatbed? How come you don't pull flatbed, Junior?
So what is that?
You got your headset over there.
Oh man, thank you, man.
No problem.
I totally did forget it. Thank you, man. Forgot my headset. I was talking to some guys over here, and he was nice enough to bring it back. That's good. Yeah, I thought about going back to flatbed. Man, that's the wrong time to be going back to flatbed.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Flatbed? I wouldn't do it. I mean, congratulations and thank you guys for you guys who do it, because that means I don't have to do it. But it's been asked a million times, but is Melissa driving yet? If so, is she going to the women's party? That probably love the Ryan, love for my wife to meet you all. No, she's not driving yet, and no, she's not going to any
Okay,
party.
who was asking?
Why can't I go?
All right, did you read Jake's comment already?
Yes.
Okay. Noah, go back flatbed, love it, pay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, don't go flatbed. I'm never gonna get a rig. I've been getting over louds lately, just to get a service failure a few weeks ago. Why did you get a service failure? You should never get a service failure. I did a PSD and switched to reefer. The TNT have been since likely more active than reefer. Hey, Joe says I've been trying to bypass a password in an older laptop, Windows Vista. I know I had to do it, but the user login doesn't even exist. This 32 file, that guy did something sneaky. What is he talking about? You can get by that. You can if you don't know the password, you can buy that easy. I mean,
How? You don't know a password. Just
You-
break it. Throw it on the ground.
no, you have to download. It's I forgot the name of the program, but you have to download it and then put it on a USB and then start the computer on USB mode, and then it'll run that program in command mode, and then you can just edit it.
He's a damn computer wizard. I didn't know that.
I went to school for that.
Oh.
Hey, I got the contact for whoever was asking about the load choice. Let me write it down on here.
I didn't know you can write on there.
I always heard as long as you keep communicating with your fleet manager, you won't get a service failure. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. You're right. You should never get one.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with sitting and getting rest. Hey, David. I'm on the road, dog. Oh, let me get on my phone. I forgot I was not on my phone.
Why is your phone like an iPhone or something?
No, I mean,
That way he could-
I'm a viewer, yeah. Like,
Yeah, so we
Oh.
could write the information and it pops
Yeah,
up here.
okay.
Come on, babe, are you tired?
I'm really tired, actually.
you cook in the truck? No, I don't cook in the truck.
He sure does cook at Korean barbecue, though.
Oh, we went to this Korean barbecue. I've never been to one. All you can eat for 2 hours. We didn't even make 2 hours.
We only spent an hour there, but there was a lot of food.
Oh, man. I'm in protein coma. Yeah, it was a good
We
time.
we don't even want to talk about what we ate, but
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Too much.
I'm on a flour load. Oh my God, Noah, that's where you messed up. Flour load.
What's wrong with the flour mill, though?
He likes it.
You can have that, man.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it because I ain't doing it. My fleet manager asked me one time when I was with John, "Hey, you ever do a flour?" We were going to Florida. He sent me a Qualcomm message. You ever do a flour load? I replied, "Nope, I never will."
Will, the Korean place was here in Springfield by the terminal. KDS says up that.
Hey, KDS, how you doing, my man? Long time, long time. You still working for Pepsi? How's that local life doing? Is that in Texas? No, yeah,
Springfield.
Springfield. It
Yeah.
was really good too, man.
You should never have to take a 34-hour reset unless you want to.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
David hasn't had one since before Christmas. And it's coming up on March here.
Well, we're getting one right now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, before that, you didn't have one.
As long as I remember not to trip my
Yeah.
logs tomorrow morning when I send the truck to the shop.
No, I'm company. I don't have the choice to reject. Junior put in the information, the contact. Ursel loves Korean food. Oh, KDS.
It's going good. Just got a job with Everett, local still. Oh, what happened to Pepsi, man? I thought you were loving that Pepsi. I thought it was like a ton of, it's a drop and hook, okay.
Noah says he'll probably go to Pepsi next year.
So you don't make money on recaps. As far as flatbed, maybe you don't. How do you not make money on recaps?
Yeah,
How does sitting around for a day and a half
make money.
make money?
Exactly. KDS.
I always thought the same
trucking.
thing. I always thought, how do you make money running recaps? because you have to sit and wait sometimes for hours to come back.
You shouldn't. If you run it right, you shouldn't.
Right, but sometimes you gotta wait till you're off 3 or 4 hours, so you gotta start running at like 9 o'clock.
There's
You
hideous
ain't ever done that where
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta wait for the reset. I had to pull over one time. Waited an extra 20 minutes. It's like, damn it. Oh man. Hey, but it works.
Oh, that was Jeremy. Yeah, man. Um, yeah, just reach him out. That's the contact that I got.
How to refresh. And you guys got like
2
super
minutes.
eyeballs.
2 minutes. That was a little too much. I'm surprised you were. Yeah, any 1 minute 30 seconds. And it ain't even about. No, I'm not even gonna say that. But yeah, if you're late 1 minute, it's still a service failure because you have to communicate with dispatch as to why you were late. If it was something that not your fault, then they can work with you.
Yeah, but don't think you're gonna wake up 2 hours after your alarm went off and not.
I went into net username and username is not listed. Well, there's a program. Google it or get on YouTube, and then there's a program you have to put on your USB, convert that into a loader, a bootable loader thing onto the USB where it'll boot off that. It'll run the program, and you can clear the password of that username.
wow. I'm impressed.
I would just keep hitting it against the ground.
Matter
So
of
the hard
fact,
drive
let me
came out.
let me find that app. That.
Will says I have a 2,960-mile load right now. If I didn't take a 34, I would never get there.
So you're gonna do a 34 well under load? Will, do me a favor, man. Tomorrow morning, if you can, around 8 o'clock. Oh, you don't have my phone number. Damn it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what to search. Windows Password Recovery Tool USB. Search that on YouTube, and it'll tell you how to do it. Easy. See, hey folks, what's going on, Meadow? I'm getting ready to come into late March. I was trying to go to get a buddy to go to Prime. Already he has the CDL, but won't go to work for Big Carrier because running e-logs and automatics.
Is it everybody on e-logs?
Jake, you guys company, right? Yeah, we company, Prime company. I started to learn to prefer smaller receivers rather than large DCs and flatbed. You don't do DCs like reefer. Hey, it's all good, my man.
You know,
You still got you on IG.
I started learning.
Instagram?
I prefer smaller receivers rather than large uses. Yeah. Oh, send me I don't know if my phone beeps when I get on Instagram. Just a reminder in the morning if you're up. I'm gonna remember though, man. Damn it. I'm gonna remember. You're gonna get a peak beating.
No.
Oh man. I gotta send Will a Prime beanie.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
How do you get it? What happened?
At the store. Oh,
Oh, Babs was gonna get him one, but
not now.
Will
it's not.
Will Johnson said, Junior, how often do you go home? Well, I didn't have
How
a
often
student.
does he work?
I didn't have a student, so I was going home
Daily.
frequently because I had the stuff to do with my kids' birthdays. That's one thing I won't miss. My kids' birthdays. I had a birthday in January and then a birthday in Valentine's. So, and I don't have any more birthdays coming up, so that's why I'm here to pick up a student, and then we're gonna run about 6-7 weeks, and then go home.
Jake, I feel like most of the leasers lie. LOL. They tell you gross, but never how much they actually take home.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you.
Why is it? Oh, why is it bright all of a sudden?
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, you're gonna have to create an admin username and then log in with that admin username, and then delete the other one. Who's
Who's
ignoring?
ignoring? I see that, but
Lu Luax.
I
I've
make. I'm
never
company. I make
seen it.
$1,000 a week after tax, easy. Hey,
good.
yeah.
That's good. 700 after a really bad week. What did you guys pass this question? See, I'm not manning it, so that's why they're staying caught up.
That's a good question, JB. JB said, your student lives in Las Vegas. How you gonna make that work for home time? We'll figure something out. I haven't thought
That's
about.
easy. That's easy. You're gonna go to Vegas for home time and party.
I did think about that. As soon as I knew that he was from Vegas, I was like, well,
You're gonna have Vegas home times.
I gotta have my wife come over there and then spend a few days. That's definitely been a thought in the back of my head.
Hmm?
You know,
Why not?
I just gotta get some money to go gamble. I don't have any money.
Will
Well, you
Johnson.
gotta work.
1100 to
Wheels gotta
1400
roll, man.
flatbed. Rolling.
Right on. Flatbed's good.
Man, let me tell you something, Will. You can have flatbed all day, every day, twice on Sunday.
Yeah.
Bro, like,
I'm not doing it. Did you see Prime got a new flatbed tarper thingy?
yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
What
because
is it?
to tarp, because I didn't know that when the flatbedders bring their trailers in, they got to take their tarps off, put a Prime tarp on to
Yeah.
drop their load. I would quit right there. That's a lot of work. I get pissed because I got to take my lock off.
Oh my God, that's funny. Jake Nance is funny. Oh my God.
Let's see.
Because they're so young. When my son turned 6 on January 25th, we didn't tell him he turned 6 until my wife came home on February 10th. He doesn't know.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that's funny.
That is funny. Why is it okay when dispatch screws the load up, but when you're 2 minutes late, the
Luex,
service
it's hard to say because I don't know any of the information as to why you were late or what happened. There's a lot of things, a lot of variables that could have been there that we don't know about. So, I mean, I can't answer that question. I understand, Jake, but I would have at least told him that, hey, it's your birthday, but we're not doing anything until mommy gets home. You know what I mean?
No, I think that's funny. I love that.
I mean, if I were talking about take home, I took home 2,000 home in a week, 1,600. Hey, if I see $1,600 a week, I'm staying home 3 weeks.
Now, who can give an idea of take-home range of lease on an average week?
There's
There
nothing
just is
average
no
about
average
lease. There's
week.
nothing
Yeah.
average about lease. It's, again, too many variables and it's all different. Let's see, Will, flatbed is the best done for the day by 4 p.m. and don't wake up until 6 a.m. most days.
Okay, see, there's the payoff. You get to do that, but you have to tarp and chain and
Yeah.
walk on loads in the freezing weather.
Luex, 8.5 years here at Prime, 0 service failures.
Wow, that's good.
That is good, man.
I mean, it can be done. It's just you have to communicate. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody said you have to communicate with dispatch, and that is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
See.
I've talked to a few guys, and when they're running out, I've always told them. And that's one thing I didn't understand is somebody that I used to talk to. They oh yeah, this is happening. It's like, well, have you let your dispatcher know? No. Are you going to? No. Why not? Because I'm not sure. It's like, no, let them know. Yeah, communication with the dispatch, man.
Important.
Luckily, knock on wood, I've never gotten.
You cannot come to Prime straight into becoming a trainer. You can come to Prime with the proper experience. I think it's 6-7 months, and you get straight into your own truck, and then I believe you have to wait 60 days to become a trainer.
Yeah, 60 or 90. I just read that somewhere.
So I drove flatbed in 2002. I liked it, but I was strong like a bull. LOL.
Yeah.
AM Hopper.
What's up, Hopper?
Luex.
Have any Have any of you ever got a service failure? I've never had a service failure. Junior hasn't had a service failure. Melissa hasn't had a service failure.
Nope, and I don't plan to have
Can you
any.
come to okay? Oh, I'm reading. See, I'm behind already.
Can you come to Prime Street? That's because you.
He's already read that one.
Oh, that's because you babble on, David, on one
Why
question.
drivers get punished for an early load? If they are 6 hours early, let them pick a dock and sleep. Yeah, that's some stupid rules.
Well, Walmart is the only one that does that.
Yeah.
Is it worth it to go lease solo?
Sean, it does depend on the receiver because some receivers will take you immediately. Some receivers won't because you have to understand a lot of people work off schedule. You know, they like to try to be organized. If they say, oh, we got 10 loads coming in, we like to have enough time between the loads to get this product put up or blah, 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 whatever, station somewhere. And that's the reason why some places won't take you early because they work off a certain schedule. I've got to the place where there's no trucks at the docks, but they would not take me early because my appointment was not till 3 and I got there at 11. And they're like, oh, we'll come back at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
There's nobody here. I mean, what's the problem?
I've had somebody where I called and she's like, oh, yeah, we'll take you early. Hold on 1 second. She came back about 5 minutes. I said, you know what? Our freezer's too full. We can't. So she was, that you don't think about that, but sometimes the freezers are full.
And I'll tell you where that was. That was down there in Miami.
Damn, I believe it was.
Yeah. Miami will do that.
I believe
wow.
it was. Because I was in Florida, so it probably was Miami.
You want to talk about being held up at a receiver? I delivered in Deerfield Beach, the Publix. Deerfield Beach, Florida. My appointment was for 6:30 in the morning. I got there at 12:30 at midnight, 12:30 the night before. So I was there 6 hours earlier. I didn't get called for a dock until 8 a.m. I didn't get my paperwork till 7 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
And I had 2 other stops I had to deliver earlier that morning.
Oh,
Yeah, that was bad. Very
A lot
bad.
of detention on that one.
Yeah.
no kidding.
Jeez.
Is it worth it going lease or solo? Well, that all depends on you. How well do you manage your money? How well do you are disciplined as far as doing certain things? I always recommend going company first and then doing lease. You want to get the hang of the job. You want to learn the ropes of this, the in and outs of this job before you go on lease. A lot of people think that lease is all about making money. You know, you will make money, don't get me wrong, but to make money, you have to be smart about it. And if you're not knowledgeable enough to go lease or to understand the job or business, you're not going to make any money. You're going to be losing money because you're going to be paying for all those mistakes that you are doing and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's a good way of putting it.
100%, yeah.
Yep,
That's what I say. Yeah, learn on their dime by its going company.
yeah.
That's part of your training.
Blue Axe Company, if you got 3,000 miles
I'm not
a
being a
week,
fatty, though.
you can expect at least 1,000 a week.
What happens if you get to a receiver and you are 6-8 hours or more early? Do you always have to sit and wait or sure? No, man. Sometimes I'll pull into a receiver. I've been unloaded a day early.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you pull into these receivers early and they'll go ahead and unload you early.
But there are the ones that say, no, you have to,
There are ones that will
Come back
say,
at your
yeah,
appointment.
come back, an hour before or whatever. But a lot of times they'll take you early. It's always best to call if you can.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna respond to Will Johnson. Wanting to come to Prime as a trainer, you have to come to Prime with the proper experience, meaning 6 or 7 months you get straight into your own truck. No training needed, blah, 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 because you got verifiable experience. Once you are here, I believe you have to wait 60 days before you can become a trainer, or maybe 90 days, I'm not sure, but 60 or 90 days to become a trainer here at Prime. And the reason they do that is because they want to make sure that you understand the system that's implemented here at Prime, the Qualcomm, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why there's a window. You can't just come in and first week start training. No, because the first few days, first few weeks, actually, you're learning the system here at Prime. You know, if you came from another company, you don't want to get those confused. And how can you teach somebody something when you're learning the system yourself?
Yeah.
Right, right. Makes sense.
I hope I answered your question, Will Johnson.
David or Junior, is it worth it to go lease solo? You've
Yeah,
answered that already.
yeah. You're kind of late, bro.
Okay, M.
She's
Hopper.
scrolling, not me. I'm just sitting back.
Here's my
enjoying the
here's
ride.
my plan. Going to the CDL school near me, transfer my DL to SC, then calling Prime again. Heather so and so from Prime 800 number said that'll be good because I'm out of Florida.
We're not going to elaborate on that. We're just not going to. Right?
Right.
Solo, solo, solo.
All right, Noah.
Exactly.
Noah says, do you know if you have to do TNT to switch divisions? I've been driving for solo over 6 months and almost been with Prime a year. It all depends. If you're coming from the flatbed to the reefer division, you will have to do 15,000 miles with a TNT trainer. The reason I know that is because I had a student, his name was Johnny. He was coming from flatbed to the reefer, and he was required to do 15,000 miles in order for him to understand and learn the Qualcomm macros as well as the shipper, receiver, and the reefer unit.
Right. So even going from reefer to flatbed, you'd have to do a 15,000.
I would assume you do because you need to learn how to tarp and strap and all that.
Deal with driving
Right.
down those dirt roads and stuff. Could you imagine some of these places these flatbedders go taking a reefer truck down there?
Will Johnson's asking, does company trainers make good money? Yeah, I'm sure they
Yeah.
do. I don't really know.
They do. I was making good money.
Luak says, what do you guys think about the time off? If you spend 6 months on the road, is 4 days off fair? 4 days is not enough, but yeah, I mean, you definitely want to take advantage of your 4 days being off. As a company driver here at Prime, they require you to run at least 4 weeks before you ask your 4 days off. If you run over 4 weeks, you thinking you're going to get 5 days, 6 days because you ran 6 weeks, that's not going to work. You have to talk to dispatch and get that approved by them.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've dealt with all that. That is right.
Noah says, I learned that in PSD, the only thing I didn't do was the securement class. I don't know.
I learned that in PSG, the only thing I didn't.
Can company trainers make 2,000 a week W-2?
I'm not going to answer that because,
Too many variables.
yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on the person, yeah.
My wife goes 4 weeks on, 4 or 5 days home. Then they usually don't care unless you regularly abuse it.
Sean said, I was told 3 weeks and then 3 days off. That all depends on the dispatcher that you have. You may get a dispatcher that's okay with that. You may get a dispatcher that's not okay with that. It all depends on dispatchers.
I was told that by Prime also 3 weeks, 3 days off.
Who in Prime?
Operations manager.
What's his name?
Dude, I don't know. But I think that's on their webpage too.
I like to see it.
I couldn't be sure of it, but I think it says, I think it starts 3 weeks off.
Who's your recruiter, Sean?
That's what my recruiter said.
Institute, TDI.
Also, Will Johnson says, how do you do only PSD training? Well, you don't have to live in Missouri because you're not going to be training them in Missouri. You're going to be getting on the road and doing the proper training on the road. So how much extra do you get paid as a trainer for Prime? Is there $500 a week extra or something like that? I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know anything about that TDI school either.
Yeah, lightweights can make tighter turns. They could probably turn on a dime, like a forklift.
No, you know, lightweight though. I had one.
I had one too.
Yeah, you can really jack them things around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Matter of fact, the load I brought in there, they need a lightweight to take
So,
out.
Will Johnson, you are good. So George, I'm gonna have to. Okay, George out of Salt Lake City.
Jake, starting, you get, I think, 600 a week at Prime, then 800 at a certain amount of miles.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
that's
talking about doing the training?
yeah.
Oh.
The students, not the
Right,
trainers.
Right. Isn't it 700?
Yeah, I thought it was 700.
700. Yeah, but I don't know. I got a video on that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 700.
Luax,
And
I
then
get
wintertime
looks at
it's
some
800.
of the turns I make with his lightweight.
Will Johnson, I'm gonna answer your question. Part of your question. I'm not gonna answer the second part. Will Johnson says, "What's the difference between a PSD training and a TNT as a trainer?" Oh, the pay difference? I can't answer that, man. I mean, I'm sure you know what the difference is. The PSD trains a student to get their CDL. A TNT trains the students to learn the meats and potatoes of the job, which is shippers, receivers, Qualcomm, and tweaking the backing. I don't. Let me see. As far as the pay, I'm not going to talk about that.
It's all on the website.
M. Hopper, do you have a channel? I got a channel, but it's not any. It's a couple videos on there. I got a few subscribers.
He's so humble.
Hey,
Yeah.
Will, I did it. Maybe David can elaborate on the pay difference.
What, on the,
The PSD and trainer.
well, yeah, I could.
Well, I will say, I'll
It's
talk
easy.
a little bit about the PSD.
I ain't afraid.
Oh,
I ain't afraid.
well, go ahead then.
All right, the pay different PSD.
PSD and TNT.
You're making, you get $300 a week as a
PSD.
PSD trainer. And then if you're
extra.
yeah, extra above of what you normally, you're gonna get paid for your miles you do. Plus you get $300 a week. And then if your student trifectas, you get that bonus and so on and so forth. TNT, you're getting paid for the team miles ran. Right? Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, and the student gets what just Sean just said. You know, 700 0 to 40, and then 40 to 50,000, you get $800 guaranteed. And
Right.
the guaranteed part is that if David and his student doesn't run 5,000, they're basing it off 5,000 miles. If they don't run 5,000 miles, David's only going to pay for the amount they ran, and then Prime's going to cover the rest to guarantee the pay.
Now, let me ask you this. I don't know if you can answer it or not. But say I had a student on my truck running TNT, truck broke down for a week. Prime pays that student the guaranteed 700?
Yes, if you only ran 500 miles that week, he will still get the 700 or $800 that he's supposed to be getting, but you're only going to pay for the 1,000 miles, and then Prime will pay the difference.
Does Prime bill the trainer for what they paid the student?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, on here, there was a lot of people saying that as a trainer, you have to pay that student whether you make the miles or not.
Only for the miles that you ran that
Right.
week.
Well, they were saying if you didn't run it, you go in a hole.
This is why Prime is guaranteeing it,
Yeah.
not David.
Right.
David is going to train you, but Prime is guaranteeing the money.
I don't understand what M. Hopper's saying there about you.
I just saw Dave's first video when he got his first truck with Prime. not knowing his dispatcher, company truck lease truck, back to company truck. Not knowing his dispatcher. What?
Jake said, as a trainer, I saw another YouTuber said the trainees' pay actually comes out of their pay. Any idea if that's true? It is true. If David has a student, the pay for the trainee will come out of him. If they run, saying they run 5,000 miles a week. If they don't run 5,000 miles a week, Prime will pay the difference.
Right.
It was one of those YouTubers who switch companies every 4 weeks, though. So who knows? Well, he may switch companies every 4 weeks, but he did say that, truly to a certain extent.
Hell yeah, company all the way, especially your first winter.
Yeah.
But as far as who was that? Was that Lou X
Lou X.
asking about? No, that's Hopper. No, Hopper. I started out as a company driver, and then I went lease. I didn't go back company. I'm still lease. Someone else asked me that today.
What?
That they thought I was here going back to the company driver. I don't know where they're getting that from.
How did you puncture your fuel tank,
Yeah, I'm
Louis?
curious.
Yeah, wow. Should go four-wheeling with that truck.
She had a big old crater at a truck stop or something. I heard somebody did that and they
Did what?
the potholes and
Yeah, there's some out there that'll eat
yeah,
the truck.
that you don't know until you actually hit it because it's full of water. I knew somebody got stuck in one of those.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, that's awful.
I try not to drive in those. Man.
Yeah.
You
Ran over a mud flap.
Damn.
Oh, he must have still had the frame part of it.
Wow, freak accident, yeah.
Jeez. What do you do there? You gotta put some duct tape over it.
You could put some of that sealant tape on there, the
Yeah.
one that they be advertising on the infomercials, even when it's wet.
David, it says it's from your older videos from 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, I went, I started out company. And then lease, I don't know what you mean by went company, back lease.
No, he started company and then he went lease and
And
he's been lease ever since
I
he
went
started
company,
lease.
I went training, and then I went lease.
And he's still lease.
After he trained Johnny, said, "This is enough for me."
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough.
Hey, Johnny, if you're watching this, man, I'm just messing with you.
He'll watch it. He watched my videos. Hi, John. All right, told me to stick a bar of soap for deodorant in the hole. Hey, man,
Really?
whatever plugs it.
That's
I
funny.
can only imagine.
Bar of soap.
Put some duct tape, or don't wear deodorant for the rest of the time. Until I get back to the front.
Oh, man. I had to just put some cotton swabs in there.
Will Johnson, do you need an LLC to be leased?
Yes.
No.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah, you're right. Let me take that back. Yes. You don't need one. But it's
But you should
recommended
have
to
one,
get
yeah.
one,
Right,
yes.
right.
Yes, you should get
And it's
one.
funny because the first 4 years, I didn't have an LLC.
Yeah.
I just got an LLC not long ago.
What's your LLC?
I don't know. I can't believe you even tried to ask it on here.
What's it, a secret?
No, I just don't want to say it.
Oh, okay. Pink Frisbee Flyers or something? I'm like, bro, 150 gallons. You know, if I go North Dakota, it's full.
It's not much different on the 2019 to the 2020. I think the 2020s have the roll, what do you call it, assist, to where if you're in incline, it'll assist you when you take your foot off the brake. It'll hold it.
2019 does that.
Oh, okay.
If you press the brake hard and release, it'll hold you for 3
Mine doesn't
seconds.
even. You don't have to press the brake, and mine held.
Well, they tell you make sure you press that brake. I mean, they tell you if it's not working, it's because you're not pressing it. It's got to know you pressed the brake for it to activate.
Oh yeah.
In other words,
think about it. If you're inclined, you definitely press a brake. You don't want to
yeah,
roll
but
back.
if you're just cruising to a hill and you don't hit the brakes hard and you release, you're going backwards, and you accelerate, nothing will happen, and you roll backwards for a mile.
Oh, Will Johnson
And then
asked,
jump
so
the
do you
road.
pay yourself lease and money goes to LLC?
You're not when you first start. You're not big enough to even do that, or at least I don't do it.
Yeah, no, he's thinking of like an S corp or something like that. But no, the LLC, you don't
Yeah,
pay
you
yourself.
have to make a certain amount of money at the end of the year before you could even think of creating a payroll for yourself.
All right.
You can put money aside. The money's going to go into the LLC account, your business account. Then from the business account, you just transfer to your personal side. Definitely separate the accounts.
Oh, yeah.
Do not have them all in one. Don't be like, oh, I got a debit card. Let me just go
Yeah.
crazy. No, you want to keep that separate.
You want to have a personal and a business?
Yes.
So there's actually, I can't remember what it is, so I won't say, but I'll just confuse you guys by saying there's a reason for that. That could actually screw with your liability if you mix your LLC for personal use. I can't remember what it is, but
know.
you don't want to use your LLC business for personal stuff because it can cause. Damn it, I can't think of it right now. I'm having brain fade.
Well, Junior
That's
should
not
work
good.
for the Secret Service for all the damn good information he hides and keeps secrets. LOL.
Go back and
No. Whenever you go do your taxes, Will Johnson, they're not gonna even question that, or how much money did you transfer to your person. They're not. No. I mean, and I'm not a CPA myself. But I don't know. Maybe you can ask him, but that's not something I have been concerned myself of. Of that. Hey, I did this. I don't know.
Well, see, the thing is, when you're doing it this way, and as a small business like that, you're not making enough money. Okay, let's say you write yourself a paycheck. Okay, so personally, you're only giving yourself so much money. So your taxes personally might be here, but now the business is holding all this money, and so the business taxes are going to be higher. So it really doesn't matter
None of-
which way you're doing it, whether you're paying yourself all 100% of your money every week, or the business is holding the money and you're giving yourself $10 a week. Either way, you're paying the taxes.
I'm gonna tell you what they told me when I asked about that. They said that you're not in the tax bracket or the money bracket that you need to be in to do that, because if you do that now and you're not in the bracket that you need to be in, you're gonna be paying extra fees for stuff that you don't need to be paying for. So it's kind of pointless to do it. It may look good, but
Yeah.
at minus 50 degrees, there's no need to catch the fuel. It's frozen already. Just don't
It's
treat
coming
it.
out like pudding.
Don't treat it.
Yeah. Minus 50, is that what he said?
No. So what do? Just withdraw cash from the LLC debit card, just cash for personal. What I do is I personally just transfer money from my. I mean, if you got a Bank of America business or Chase business or Wells Fargo business, create your personal in that same bank, so that it's easier to transfer money from your business account to your personal account.
Yeah, it's all on the app, and that's called an owner's draw. You're paying yourself,
Yeah.
taking it from the business, putting it in the personal. Say you want 500 for the week. You're going to take 500 out of your business, put it in personal, and you can pay your utilities, your mortgage, buy groceries. That's your personal money.
Yep. But since you're in drugs, do you pay yourself? Oh, Junior, since you have trucks, do you pay yourself?
How difficult is it finding a taxi company driver per diem, such as can I do it at home with TurboTax? But I would use a tax service man. That's one thing that you don't want to mess with is Uncle Sam. You don't want to mess with him. The trucks, what was the question, man?
Oh, she scrolled. They asked, since you have multiple trucks, I think you said, do you pay yourself?
No, there's nothing like that.
Well, what about since
Well,
you
what
have
about
trucks,
since
do you
you
pay
have trucks,
yourself?
do you pay yourself?
Will
Oh, I thought it was
Johnson.
multiple trucks, but
Wait, where's it at?
It's Will Johnson right there.
Well, what about since you have trucks? Do you pay yourself? Yeah, I'm always transferring money over to my personal every week because I got to pay bills, you know. So,
Yeah.
and whatever I get, then that's all I get. Then that's all I. There's zero balance in my business.
Zero? Broke ass business? Is that your LLC name?
Can you write off food if you're leased? No, don't you get the per
No,
diem for
you-
that?
Yeah, you get
You
per
get a per
diem,
diem.
and it's better than what you would
Yeah,
spend
it's
because.
like $58 a day.
Yeah, because you would have to spend more than $58, whatever,
Right.
$50 a day to
Right.
get that per diem, and it's like you're not gonna spend $50, and if you are, you're not even driving, you're rolling down the road.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor and go company your first year.
M. Hopper says,
Yeah.
as a co-driver, you'll get W-2 form. Yes, no worry of those paying me groceries, tires, gas, etc. As a co-driver, you will get a W-2. Yes.
Have you ever had issues with a fleet manager and wanted to change? How hard is it to change fleet managers?
Company or lease, it doesn't matter. If you have issues with your fleet manager, definitely talk to them first. Try to work it out. Like
That's
grown
what they always
adults.
say,
Well,
yeah.
Well,
That's
there's
what
a
Brian says.
protocol. There's a thing you want to go. Talk to them first. Get it worked out. If it doesn't work out, then you need to talk to supervisor. There's 3 people: Jason Seymour, JB Eli, or Sten Allman. You need to talk to one of them. Most likely, they're going to ask you to do an ACE. No, what is that class?
Ace 2?
ACE 2 class.
If you're
Oh,
late.
I think he said, I meant company. Is that?
You ain't doing an ace class company. Well, let me just say this. Definitely talk to your
No,
fleet
Jake.
manager.
Jake Nance said that. What
Find
was-
out what's going on because I thought me and my first fleet manager didn't get along. And it was just the fact that he didn't know me, I didn't know him. Once we realized who we were,
Who is this?
my first fleet manager, my company fleet manager.
Who was it? What's his name?
Lance.
Oh, oh, oh. He's good.
Once he realized I was kind of a kidder, and when I would say things,
I thought you was gonna say something else.
that I would say things that he realized I was joking. I mean, boom, man, meshed. I loved the guy. I didn't want to go lease because I didn't want to lose him as a fleet manager, and now my new fleet manager laughs because
Who is he?
John.
John Greenlee. You don't know John?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he's in
He's
Salt
in
Lake
Salt
right
Lake
there. He
City.
sits with Lance.
Oh, Salt Lake.
Yeah.
Because that's where he trained from, Salt Lake.
So, anyways, Lance doesn't like to talk on the phone. John doesn't mind it. He actually prefers it if you have a lot to say. So I'm like gun shy to call and talk to John. So he gets a kick out of it when I
He's got
don't want to call him.
He got
And I tell him, well,
PTSD.
go tell Lance I have PTSD.
Uh-huh.
But no, just work it out with your fleet managers, man. They're normal people. And it could be something as dumb as they don't realize that you're trying to be funny, but you're really dumb. They think it's dumb. Yeah, good relationship with
Luax says, my fleet manager was cool at first. After being late on a couple loads, he sounds irritated with me every time I talk to him. Well, think about this. Every time a driver is late, fleet manager gets dinged.
Costs him money.
Money.
Yep.
And that's not good. So I can understand why he would be irritated. Because I would be too. I'm like, look, bro.
Yeah, you're costing me.
You're at this point, he can't rely. The dispatcher cannot rely on you, as far as loads or anything. So you're gonna be limited onto what you're gonna be taking. So
He
that's
explains it all really good.
that's just a cause and effect of everything out here. Think about it. I mean, it's your cause of being late a few times, not one, a few times, is affecting his money and his performance and his reputation.
And how I was told from my fleet manager was, if you're ever going to be late, as soon as you know you're going to be late, let them know.
And when
because there's a time limit to where if they can reschedule or whatnot within a certain amount of time, it's a problem, but not a big problem. But when it gets closer to the
Exactly,
appointment
Hopper.
time, they get charged. The closer it is to the appointment time, the more money they lose. And taking money out of somebody's hand. pisses them
Scrollex.
off.
When Scrollex, I'm gonna elaborate on that. It says Prime gives you too much time to get to a customer.
Not always.
Not always, but it's your job as a driver to decide if it's something you can achieve and fulfill that load as far as getting there on time from picking it up to delivering it. If it's not, it should be part of your trip plan and say, hey, dispatcher, you just sent me this load. After carefully reviewing this load, I'm not going to be able to pick it up or deliver it on time. What do you want to do? So after you get the ball in your court, which is the load, you review it, and then you throw the ball back on his court, their court. Leave it to them. Decide what they want to do. If they say, we'll go ahead and pick it up anyways, from that point on, it cannot be on you.
Yeah,
It's on
David's
them.
done that a couple of times where he's realized, I'm not gonna make this, and then he calls his
Yeah,
fleet manager
they give me an
and,
impossible
You don't
load.
call your fleet manager. No. Send a message
oh, a
and then
message.
call.
Right, a message. You wanna have
Because
the call come.
the words are taken with the wind. They're gone
Yeah,
with the wind.
everything,
Exactly.
everything on the clock.
So, but it's part of your trip planning. You have to do this stuff. If you don't rely on dispatch to be able to see your hours, even though they can see your hours that you have on hand. Don't expect them to know that if you're going to be able to take it or not. It's your responsibility.
then that's, yeah.
Your responsibility.
Those are the times Melissa's talking about is I've been dispatched and it's like, okay, good. And I
But
look and I
they're
go, well, I don't
not
have the
always
hours to pick this up.
Yeah,
Or deliver it. And that's
Right.
where,
What do you mean, M. Hopper? I'm not. But the not always people. What?
always people go.
I don't understand that.
Can you explain that a little bit better, Hopper? But at the end of the day, guys, it's your responsibility to decide if you can take the load or not. There should be no reason for you to be late, other than weather related, accident related, or something catastrophic.
Yeah, something, abnormal traffic even. But I don't even like to use that because you shouldn't be that close.
Right.
You're not going to get stuck in traffic for hours.
You have to know the cities you're traveling through. Maybe it's a dispatcher thing. I hardly ever stress about getting on time. Scrollex, you're right. I mean, you shouldn't stress about getting there on time. The only thing that you should be stressing about is where you're going to park and how early you're going to get there because you may not get unloaded. But other than that, you should be on time. Again, not always does Prime give you time to deliver on time. And if they don't, throw the ball back in their court. Just cover your butt. CYA. Send a message and then call them up. Oh, wait, let me repeat that. Send a message and then call them up.
Right on. Yeah.
Good advice. Hey, Greg.
Yeah. Yeah. The only times I've ever almost been, gotten into trouble is because of, go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
Oh, my God. If you're in California, you you better hope you can get there the night before or you better leave like 3 hours before, depending on the area you're in.
Yeah.
Hey, David, did you watch that video he sent you in a text? Let me see it. Oh, wait, we're on your phone.
Boy, that was a Melissa-ism.
I was being funny, too, by saying, let me see it, because he probably just sent it to you.
Yeah, I think I've watched it.
Oops. It says, their deliveries will go to Prime's most reliable drivers. I mean, think about it, Hopper.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do if it was Melissa, David, and myself? If it was me, not the sole reliable person because I was late twice, and then David was late once.
I like how you got a
But-
smile on your face, like you're like me, the one not gonna make make.
No,
yeah,
but
you're
then you got
laughing like
Melissa.
you're really-
But then you got Melissa that's always on time. Who would you give that load
Yeah,
to?
who is the dispatcher who is making money off of us gonna give that load to?
Well, it ain't even about so much making money off of us. It's
Well,
about
reliability.
Exactly.
Reliability. Yeah, that's true. We've
Yeah,
talked
because
about
you've
that
got
before.
you've got reputations, you've
Yeah.
got customers.
Yeah.
You can lose customers.
so message first then call. Great advice. Yes, Jake, you got to leave a paper trail because if you call and don't leave a paper trail, he can easily say he never spoke to you. Not saying that he would, but
They- well,
you don't want that to happen.
yeah.
You don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
It's mostly my fault. I take the extra time and give it and use it as a day off. I'm not gonna comment on that, Lewis. I can't comment on that. Um, I mean, you have
Well,
to
it
think,
says
guys.
license.
You have to think about this. I was just putting an example, but
Yeah.
you have to think about, guys. What are you out here for? Are you here to sightsee? Are you here to work? Are you here to take days off? Are you here to? I mean, whatever. You got to come out here and grind and
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
9 hours a day. And then whenever your time is up, you go home and you take days off. You don't take days off on the road. Like me,
No.
Meryl, I always tell dispatch, get me going, go back to back to back to back. My time off is when I'm at home with the wife and kids. I hear no. I mean, I got some days off now because I got to get the truck in the shop, and David happened to run in here and we're doing this video. But anyways, other than this, you don't take time off.
He doesn't even have a marriage license. I don't have a
The
license.
job gets much less stressful when you learn the little secrets, places to park.
Right.
I use a panic place like in California now, in the little hidden spots to park. It's much easier. Yes. Let me show you guys something that I don't know. I did a video on this, and I'm sure David has talked about this. But oh wait, let me see. Hold on. If you're driving out here, guys, this is something you want to be doing. You want to be marking every spot you go to. Let me see if I can. Oh man, you can't really see it.
No.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh, there you go.
All right.
There you go.
You see all those yellow spots? Those are spots that I picked up and delivered. The hearts are places I can easily park, and you can mark it differently on different stuff. But you do that on Google Maps, you'll definitely know where to park for next time you go there. It helps when you had a trainer that worked for Prime 15 years. That could help. I mean, I can call him and tell him where I am at, and he knows that 10 hidden spots right off the bat. Who, the trainer? Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The guy that's working.
Yeah, but after 6 months with no time off, can you blame me? No, Luex, but that means that you need to plan your time off. Don't just randomly take time off, Luex. You have to plan it out. If you haven't been home in 6 months, I don't blame you to do that, but you have to do it right. Take off like 4 or 5 days off in a one time, big chunk, and then reset and then go back at it. But don't just take time off in between loads, because at that point, you're not really showing dispatch how consistent you can be or how efficient with your time and running loads back to back to back. But if you say, all right, I'm gonna run hard 4 weeks, 5 weeks, or even 3 months, and then take 4 days off. I want to take 4 days off in Springfield. I want to take 4 days off in wherever. But it's 4 days you're taking off at once. Not a day off here, not a day off over there. You know, not saying that they won't work with you. It's just, it's harder to work with somebody like that.
Yeah, it is. It's a logistical pain to.
If you can get a load of the day off instead of taking the day off, yes, exactly, Will Johnson. And it's exactly, because you have to know, what's that?
What?
A heart in Florida? Hey, that's my house. Man. Exactly. Time management's key. He taught me to always scanning off the highway, always be looking where you can see truck. Exactly. Oh my God, that was good, Scrollex. And that's exactly what I teach my students.
Yeah, I always have Melissa.
I can't get
mark
hired
on the
with Prime
map.
because I live in Florida,
Oh, yeah,
and you have
all
a
those
heart in
places.
Florida. Well, the heart that I got in Florida is my house,
Your
and
house.
my wife lives there.
So let me ask you something.
I got a few hearts, actually. Let me look. What's that?
How do you, like, if you wanted to look up, say, a JBS, how would you find it on there?
What
Because
do you
now
mean?
that I have it on there, I don't know how to get back to them.
You have to know the city, and then you look it up.
Like, okay, JBS in Cactus, Texas. I'm sure you've been there.
Yeah, I got
So
it
where do you
saved.
type it in at?
Right here.
And you just put it in
Yeah.
up in your map.
Yeah, look, and then
What'd you put in there?
JBS cactus. And then I take the thing off and boom.
Okay, I
Okay.
couldn't figure out how to. Yeah, those. Yeah, I couldn't figure out. I was like, okay, I'm saving these, but I don't know how to get to them. I knew I'd run into somebody that knew one day.
Yeah.
Jake, I'm not gonna read the question, but you shouldn't have that problem. Your wife shouldn't have that problem. She should never feel any type of way about anybody like that. And if she does, um, she needs to. How do I say this? I don't know. I mean, it's. I don't know. I don't. I can't really talk too much about that in detail because I don't know. You know what?
You don't know the story.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how you do it, man.
yeah, I didn't know
And
that.
then
They
and
just
then
type that in there.
JBS, Wisconsin, Green Bay. Ooh,
Ah.
look at that.
Right, because I put when you look, I put the notes on there whether you can park at the locations, and then I've got a Walmart
But
section on
can you put a
mine.
note on these now?
Yeah,
Where?
saved. Well, like what? Hit like you're gonna save one. Put it in your click on your thing or on that. Okay. Oh, see, mine pops up and says add note.
Yeah, if you do it on not on the star but on something else. See,
Oh
look.
yeah, see, I'm not doing starred.
See, look.
Yeah. Oh, so I wonder if mine aren't gonna be able to be searchable because I didn't do starred.
Yeah, you can.
You
So
can?
let's say let me find a truck parking one. Okay, so a truck parking will be here in
I'm learning something.
oh, wait. Shelbyville, Tennessee, right? So you type in and then obviously boom, and then you'll see your tag. You just got to know the city, and then obviously you're not gonna be like, oh well, my tag is not here.
Right.
You're gonna zoom out and say, look where your tag, and then boom, your
Yeah,
tag's
you
right
can see
there.
what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool.
Let me see that.
Serious question, Jake, personal carry gun law, trucking issue. Next question. Parking was my biggest stress. I started. Second was getting on the wrong off ramp and ended up in the spot that was trucks. Um, uh, the no trucks part. I mean, I can see the parking. It could be a stressful thing. Spring was a big place. Gave her number to a guy who's seemed cool, then became really inappropriate. I understand. Not talking about it. Thanks for at least not acknowledging it. Now, if she did that and then became inappropriate, okay, that now I understand a little bit more about the story. And then at that point, yes, something can be done. And when I say something can be done, I mean something can be done to be that to stop what's happening as far as if he's reaching out to her still after she said not to reach out to her. But as far as running into each other in the terminal, that is something that's bound to happen. And if it does happen, nothing should happen.
Become of it, yeah.
Become of it because you're not gonna make eye contact. I mean, you're not gonna walk past the person and be like, hey, obviously not. But your wife needs to block the number, and if he's still reaching out to her from another number, then yeah, talk to the appropriate people on that because that needs to be stopped ASAP. But as far as running to the person in the terminal, nothing should become of it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's security.
No,
all
no,
over.
Hopper. You didn't ask something about what's not allowed. Let me see. Who was that for? Jake. I hope I was able to answer that question, Jake. Um, hey, Will Johnson, you be good, man.
Yeah, well, be good, man.
Bro. Oh, Oh, you stayed out here?
Yeah,
What time does the show start?
11:45
Okay, okay.
or 10:45.
What?
I don't
No.
remember. If it stopped, I'll give you a ride over there.
Okay.
No problem, baby.
Well, shoot.
It's all right, man. Everything's gonna be okay.
Chill.
You all right? Orientation trainer told me that. What is all this gun stuff? You know they're passing a law to make it legal to
trying
carry
to.
guns in all states.
I mean,
So they're doing a whatchamacallit. Now whether Prime says it's okay.
I was
or
gonna
not,
say, yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
a whole nother story. I'm kind of worried when your truck's
whoops.
full of guns.
Oh, man. Why'd it go dark?
David,
There
if
we
you
go.
don't forget my beanie, or I will pour sugar in your fuel tank. Okay, I'll remember. Well, it will be pink maybe because if I forget. Sorry, I didn't mean to be that. Wait.
Oh,
Let's get success. Where are you guys? Come say hi. Where are we?
we're in the cafeteria.
We are in the Cafe au Lait having.
David, who's your biggest Prime driver crush? Really?
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
is it Junior?
What?
In a month, it's gonna my biggest question is gonna be right here. Oh man,
Where I'm driving?
ain't seen Jeff in a while. Jeff's been hiding.
JB. Where are you guys at?
I'm looking to see if I was.
Okay.
Skrillex, seriously though, we park in some shady places. Who's there to protect us? I understand Prime's viewpoint, but when it comes to Donna, it's you against the bad guy. No, I understand that, Skrillex, but what I'm saying is, it should be in a problem, bro. That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be a problem. But if it is, definitely speak up and say something.
No, I think he was talking about the
Oh,
gun
oh.
thing. The
gun
guns
thing.
things. Yeah, that's
Oh,
not
okay,
that's not
okay.
a Prime thing.
Okay.
That's a regulation. You just can't take guns across. You can't take guns over every state line, so we're not allowed to carry them. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to go to every state.
Yeah.
It's not a company thing. Carry more safe routes. Shorter truckers. I can't see that damn thing.
You can't see that?
The
Not all.
majority of truckers I and my wife run into, I'm not sure.
Now I understand why it takes these guys, or not these guys. Let me take that back.
David.
Now, yes, now I understand why it takes David so long to read and go through these comments. Because every time I get on his live feed, it's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I look at the time, and it's like 10 minutes later. It's like, "Hey, there's Junior."
Well, we're going to learn from Junior exactly how to keep up. You know why? Because
He can't read.
He answers. No, he can read. He answers every question in detail.
Yeah, you scroll
He
past
spends
half the damn
5-10
question.
minutes on one question.
You scroll past half the people. You're so mean.
Can you carry pepper spray? I'm sure you can. Who?
No.
No.
You
No.
can't.
Nope.
It's you
It's a
can't have
weapon.
any weapons.
Who would
on
rob a
the truck.
Prime driver? What are they gonna get? Lettuce.
Cabbage.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something that. No, I can't.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were gonna tell
No,
me.
I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
Look at those eyes of Judy. The reason he takes forever is he sits back here. We're only like arm's length from the phone.
But in his,
I can't read
no,
that.
but in his truck, Junior, he's right here. But
Yeah, my
he
truck is
he
right
reads a
there.
question
Oh,
and
that's
spends 10 minutes on the answer, and then moves to the next one.
How come he's not doing it now?
Oh, because you're reading it.
I
Yeah,
can't see
can't see you're reading.
It's too far away.
Otherwise, we'd be here
I'm
till
going,
tomorrow morning.
It's like, can you
Go
pull those
ahead.
up?
Tire checker is my best defense. Yeah, hey, maybe you can have a batted glove in the baseball and say, hey, I like to play catch with myself.
Well, we have a really bad wasp problem here at Springfield, so I carry wasp
Some of those
spray.
trailers that are empty in the summertime could have
Yeah.
wasps and hornets
So
nests.
I've got hornet
So we
spray
have
on my
hornet
truck.
spray. And you've seen how far that goes to get those hornets in those trailers.
Yeah. Completely legit.
Yep. Don't want to be stung by hornets,
Yeah.
ever.
And hornet spray is pretty nasty stuff from what I understand.
Have you tried it?
Worse than
Oh,
pepper spray.
why don't we do a video on it?
You want me to spray some on you?
No, I'm gonna spray some on you. You can run around and I'll spray you.
Oh, shit.
No, I'm not saying anything. I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to say it.
He had
'cause-
second thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering where you were gonna go with that.
No,
I was
not. Yeah, I was gonna say something else. Not that, but. Anyways, when my question gets skipped, I get really upset and plan on revenge, like downvoting your video. Just kidding. How you guys are great, Jake. His video because apparently he can't read and only reads the questions in bold and spends like 20 minutes in one question, like, "Hey David, how you doing?" And then goes on a rant about, "Oh, I'm doing great, but I just got this."
But I
load
got
and-
10 more minutes to tell you how great I did.
These two suck. You guys suck.
Read desperation by Stephen King. The Highway 50 Divided Scale. We cited in your eyes. Use hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
That, oh my God. I've had handled hot peppers.
And then touched your eyes.
Oh,
You're
yes.
supposed to wear gloves.
What kind of hot peppers were they?
Like the little ones, they're hot. Even green, they're hot.
Yeah.
I have peeled Anaheim peppers for tamales and burnt my
They're
hands.
not
and
even
fingers.
hot. I cut up a
They,
bunch of habaneros.
they made my hands hurt.
It burned my fingers, but when I went
Yeah.
to the bathroom,
How come you're not reading questions?
I can't freaking see it.
Did you just get it? He just got new glasses. I remember it because I remember him talking about this on the video. Like, hey guys, look at my new glasses, man. Did you not?
What the hell voice is that? Yeah, I did.
Oh my God! And you can't read that?
He saw it in your eyes.
Obviously, he didn't see it in his eyes.
He's hot sauce.
Use hot sauce.
I can read it. I just got to really focus on it. Styrofoam cup of bacon, bread.
Prime crack juice.
Yeah, that's what was in it.
Uh-huh. It's really good.
Except I'm drinking unsweetened.
Thank you, Hopper. Appreciate that thumbs up, man. I'm gonna give you props because David can't read it. He's still reading it. Look at him.
Look at that look on his face.
And he laughs about it like it ain't funny, man.
It ain't funny, dude. I just was trying
I just messing. Yeah. You see what he said? No, you can't see it because you can't
New
read.
glasses, but old prescription.
It says I use ghost peppers for children. I drove to work, forgot. I washed my hands, itched my eye, had to pull over because I could. Oh my
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
that's bad.
It says 13. That's tea. Absolutely perfection for sweet tea. I can't find a large cup of that for it all.
to. Yeah, their tea is good. but
Their
I can't
coffee's
drink the
good.
sweet tea anymore. I got to drink the unsweetened.
Well, I drink unsweetened, but I put the fake sugar in it.
So you sweeten it with.
Well, because I don't like unsweetened, but I don't
So
like
let me ask
sugar.
you something. Let me ask you guys something.
Sure.
Whenever Melissa gets her CDL or goes into training for her CDL, are you gonna record her live or no?
I don't know if I'll do it live, but I'll be recording her.
You know why I like doing live recording?
Why?
Because it's live.
Well, yeah. It's live.
This is like what? It's live because,
It's live.
and the reason
Not Memorex.
I like to do live recording when students are back in is because it's not scripted. I didn't say do this, do that, blah blah.
Our
blah,
videos
blah.
are never scripted.
No.
Never.
But on
We
a
live on the
live,
edge.
What if I have to chase her for a mile telling her the other pedal, the other pedal? It'd be live.
Bro, she would hit something before you even chase her.
Press the other pedal. No, the
I want to
other
be the first to see it. Melissa's driving. Hey, what's up, Chase? How you doing? Melissa, first backing. You ready?
Oh, heck yeah. And I don't need any of those, what are those things everyone's using?
The reference point.
Yeah, no reference points for me.
Really?
Yeah. Hey,
Can I tell you? She watches me do it. She can figure it
I
out.
can back, I can parallel park. I can probably do an alley dock. Blindfolded.
Alley Doc's like the easiest back out
Oh,
there.
well, that one girl failed it.
Let me tell you something, guys. I'm gonna elaborate a little bit on what Jake said. Jake then says, "Don't get those energy bills called insane cuts from Walmart. I swear they are laced with something. I feel like I'm on the moon."
Oh no.
I tell you what. One of my students.
Need
One of my
ammo.
students. They sell this little chocolate thing, energy chocolate. I don't know if you've
Oh,
seen
I've
it.
seen it at Pilot.
I bought some of those.
Yeah.
Have you had one of those? Like,
Yeah, they don't work.
shoot, I ate. But a student got me one and I ate it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna eat it. I was up for a good 20 hours. Like,
See, the problem is usually when I go to take something like that,
He's
I'm way too
beyond
tired.
oh yeah,
They won't
Then
work.
they don't
Yeah,
work. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I had two 5 hours and two Red Bulls one night,
Yeah, and it didn't work for him.
and it didn't work other than my eyeballs. My eyeballs popped out of my head.
Well, Roush 4203. My problem with my entire training process was I didn't come into my own until a week after getting off my trainer's truck. Nothing clicked until getting off his truck. Um, it should have clicked, and your trainer should have made sure that it clicked while you were still on the truck. Because if you had any questions or any doubts about anything, then that would have been the time to ask. The B cats work pretty well. They sell them mostly at Petro. The B caps, those are one of my students used.
Little pills.
Yeah, they used to take
Oh,
those.
I've seen those. At
He said they work
PA.
for the joints and stuff. I was like, they like walking and stuff. What is your driver reference number? My driver code, Maturo, Maturo. I had a great Skrillex says, Raj, I had a great trainer. When you're on your own, you sink in, swim, you learn the most. Yeah, yeah, but it shouldn't be that way. That's why even with a good trainer, it shouldn't be that way. I mean, you're still gonna have questions and stuff, but not to that extent. Hey guys, do you feel like the freight is better compared to this time last year? It's always gonna be slow in
Winter.
winter, yeah. They won't be available with bags. Chase is busy. Who's Chase?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he meant Chad.
Maybe he meant Chad.
I've never heard of Chase.
Never heard of the Chase.
Oh,
But
Maybe
yeah, and this is an election year, which is going to make freight screwy too.
Oh my God, he's chewed it up.
seems like he's nervous.
He did mean Chad.
Hey Jeff, that's true. Jeff said that's cold asking for Junior's driver code on Davis Live. Ooh, Roush 4203. My trainer didn't really teach me anything. He mostly just sat back and watched me screw up backing. I asked him many times, what am I doing wrong? He wouldn't say anything. And he just wait. Wait for what?
For the sudden stop.
Well, Roush 4203, and anybody that's watching now, 27 people, when something like that happens, you guys need to speak up. Speak up. I'm going to say it. Speak up. Prime cannot fix what they don't know is broken. So if they don't know that trainer's not a good trainer, how are they going to be able to fix him or her if nobody tells them, hey, there's something wrong with this trainer? I think I got the most from my trainer after I was on my own. He was always available to take my calls. Yes, Skrillex. Yes. I didn't want to be disrespectful. Fix Florida. M. Hopper. I can't do nothing about that. I'm gonna do a Q&A tomorrow with Nikki Yost. All right.
Too many Jekyll and Hyde.
Stu Baker Larry said, too many Jekyll and Hyde trainers out there. You don't know what you'll get from day one, from day to day, from what I'm hearing. Well, you should be able to interview your trainer. You should be able to know if you guys are going to click. You should be able to know, will I be able to work with him? You should be able to know a lot of things before you even get on the truck. You don't wait to get on the truck and then start questioning stuff. It's like, oh shit, he smokes.
Yeah.
You know, ask questions, guys. Keith, what's going on, man? I'm here because David can't read the questions and I'm reading them for him. He just waited until I screw up, then I wait to figure it out. See, that's not. Uh,
Yeah, that's not a good way of doing things.
And he wasn't very personable. He just wanted the cash I brought in.
my wife was told if your team, but the truck is in your name, you're responsible for any accident, even if your teammate is driving and you're sleeping. That is very true.
Yeah, true.
I don't know a lot of backing feeling. What? I don't know a lot of backing is feeling. Some of you can train since.
You just
Some
have
of-
to fill. I could back in some tight spots, but if you ask me how I did it, I can't tell you. I just did.
A lot of people are like that. A lot of people are like that. A lot of trainers are like
They
that.
can do it, they can't teach
They
it.
can't teach it. Yeah, they're not teachers. They can do it, but they can't teach you to do it.
Yeah. Just back it in there, man. Well, how? Just turn the
You
wheel.
know, one thing I've always wondered, you probably also have the trainers
Where
that
you reading that
can
question at?
teach, but they can't do. I'm wondering, you ever see them back?
They change once you're on the truck.
Really? I can teach better than anybody. Hey, that's what's up, Keith. Come out here and train, man. Show David what he can do. Change you on the truck. They change once you're on the truck. What shouldn't change, Studebaker, it should not change. And if it does, then you need to speak up. I almost got in the truck with some guy who didn't even say a word except "You ready to go?" He didn't even introduce himself, and he called me. He said, "I'm in the basement of the Plaza building. Come here."
Oh,
Oh, damn, man. You know why I can't see that?
why?
I didn't get freaking readers on my glasses. That's a little writing. You got that on
I got
yours.
readers, yeah.
I thought he was going to say something else.
I'm wondering, why do y'all guys do that?
No, I know. It was so enticing sounding, and then it just dropped off.
Squirrel. Oh, man. This, that's terrible and really bad, man.
They don't tell team drivers that. My wife didn't know how bad her team driver was until well after she was in the truck.
Do dispatchers get a percentage of load of revenue of the lease date side? I don't know. It's based off. I don't know if it's based off the load or based off the revenue they make. There's a lot of variables in there though, because if you're, belly up on your payments or something in the shop or a breakdown, that has a lot to do with their pay. Thankfully, I only lasted a month until she kicked her out.
Cool.
Shazam Bulkhead, that's a
That's
flash.
not Shazam.
It's Flash.
Yeah, so,
It shouldn't even be Flash. It should be. Oh yeah, I know someone. Melissa knows who she is. Having some problems, but she doesn't want to say anything. Worried affect your chances of passing the THC.
Huh?
passing THC, probably TNT. No.
Oh yeah, I know someone. Melissa knows who she is having some problems. She doesn't want to say anything. Worried affect your chances of passing THC. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Go. Go. Go.
Oh, Larry. Okay, I'm going. There was all kinds of red flags with the guy, and I told my transition dispatcher that I wasn't comfortable with him. The dispatcher said, "Oh, he's a nice guy. You'll like him." I had to put my foot down. My PSD trainer did that, said just get in. I trifecta, and he only had me out 10 days. No tricks, no looking for the third rivet on the trailer. Then turn quarter, turn right, then line up the fifth hole on step. David, Shazam. Keith, I hear revenue of gross. Keith, percentage. Write it bigger, Hopper, so David can read it. Flash Gordon. Yes, Flash Gordon.
No. No, Flash Gordon.
That it. Flash Gordon is Flash.
Oh, what the hell's Gordon?
It says,
his last
Rouse says
name?
the temp dispatcher
That's
didn't
last
seem
name, Gordon?
the slightest bit concerned I was about to go on a truck with some dude who didn't even introduce himself. With the dispatcher suddenly called me and assisted with his actions. Sounds too serious. David seems like the drunk guy in the back seat laughing about everything because he can't see. WTF is going on, rolling on. Okay, Vision Jokes. Done. Yeah, he's done. Keith, are you talking about dispatcher's pay? If so, what do you think? Goes 2%? Yes, TNT. He's further back. He is further back, to be fair, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Look how far back I am.
I'm trying to type it bigger. Oh my god, I tried to type it bigger. It was all tight. She needs thicker glasses.
And it ain't drunk, it's tired. I'm a
Yeah.
tired lawnmower.
Man, you've been on here for an hour and a half already.
Really? Oh yeah, shit.
goodness
That's a long
gracious.
time.
All right, guys. That's it. No more questions. I answered enough tonight, right?
Yeah.
I just can't see it, man. I don't tell you guys. I don't know how you guys can see that far away.
Well, I'm not sitting way over here. I
Keith,
have
I
to
hear the
look
same
up.
also. I got the left. Can you see it?
I can do that. I got the LOL. Pretty sweet, huh? All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Have a good night. Hang up the phone. Like, comment, subscribe.
And ring the bell.
Every time, dude. I can say that anytime she'll say, like, comment, subscribe.
Shut up.
Oh, man. Screw Bill.
And we want to thank Junior for being our guest.
Yes, thank you, Junior, for answering
No,
questions.
thank you for having me here, man.
Yeah, it was fun. It was real.
David, next time bring your wrist.
We're readers.
I didn't buy any. I was too cheap.
Oh, yeah, he was too cheap, and this is what happens now.
Yeah, they told me, so you want the multi-vision, whatever?
Like, no, I don't
All right,
need
you want
them.
readers? No.
I even
Okay.
said, sure, you might have to read sometimes.
Hey, Jake, you have a good one. No wonder we went and did a big loop earlier today.
Yeah, he can't drive either without his readers.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Will these guys brag on me?